Yo, what's up everyone? It's Aviator and welcome to the channel. Ever look up and think, man, I want to be on that thing? Well, today we're talking about your first time flying, how to find the best deals, pack like a pro, navigate the airport and more, so you can spend less time stressing and more time exploring. Let's do this. Alright, first things first, we gotta find you a flight. Now I'm all about that hustle, so let's talk deals. Websites and apps are your best friends here. Don't just check one, check them all. Skyscanner, Google Flights, Kayak. See who's got your route for the best price. Pro tip, being flexible with your dates can save you serious cash. Fly midweek or during the off-season if you can. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Once you've found a few contenders, don't just smash that book button just yet. Look at the details, people. What's included in the price? Baggage allowance, meal, Wi-Fi? These little things add up. Another thing, consider the airline. Some are known for budget-friendly fares, while others are all about that comfort. Do your research, read reviews, and choose what matters most to you. Finally, once you're locked and loaded, make sure you understand the booking terms. Cancellation policies, change fees, know what you're getting into. Alright, with that sorted, let's move on to the next adventure. Packing. Packing, the bane of every traveler's existence. But it doesn't have to be a stressful scramble. The key is to pack smart, especially when it comes to your carry-on. Remember, this is your lifeline. Everything you absolutely need should be in here. First up, the essentials. Passport, wallet, phone, charger. These are non-negotiables. Keep them organized and within easy reach. A small pouch or packing cube works wonders. Next, think about comfort. A neck pillow, eye mask and earplugs can be lifesavers on a long flight, especially if you're like me and can sleep anywhere. Now let's talk entertainment. Load up your phone or tablet with movies, music, podcasts, whatever keeps you entertained. And don't forget a good book. There's something about reading at 30,000 feet that just hits different. Finally, remember those pesky liquids. Keep them under 3.4 ounces and stash them in a clear quart-sized bag. Trust me, you don't want to be that person holding up the security line. Alright, you've made it to the airport. First time can be overwhelming, I get it. But don't sweat it, we're gonna break it down. First things first, check in. Now you can usually do this online beforehand, which saves you time and hassle. But if you need to check bags or get a paper boarding pass, head to the airline counter. Once you're checked in, it's time to face the security dragon. Checkpoint. But before you do, take a moment to familiarize yourself with the airport layout. Most airports have maps displayed throughout the terminal, or you can download one on your phone. Trust me, knowing where you're going will save you a lot of stress. Now about that security line. Okay, deep breaths. Security can seem intimidating, but it's all about being prepared. First up, have your boarding pass and ID ready to show the TSA agent. Next, it's time to play the What's in my pockets game. Empty everything. Keys, phone, wallet, loose change into the bins provided. And yes, that includes your shoes unless you have TSA pre-check, which is a whole other level of airport zen. Now for the main event, the conveyor belt. Laptops and liquids out, bags unzipped, and let's keep things moving. Remember those liquids we talked about? Make sure they're in a clear quart-sized bag and easily accessible. Once you're through the scanner, don't dawdle. Grab your belongings and move to a less crowded area to put your shoes back on and gather yourself. And for goodness sake, double check you have everything before you walk away. Congratulations, you've conquered security. Now let's find your gate. Alright, you've found your gate. Now what? Well, first double check that the flight information displayed matches your boarding pass. Gates can change, so it's always good to be sure. Next, keep an ear out for boarding announcements. They'll usually call out different boarding groups, starting with first class and frequent flyers. Don't worry, your time will come. When it's your turn, have your boarding pass ready and join the queue. Once you're on board, locate your seat and stow your carry-on luggage either in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Now, take a moment to settle in, get comfortable, and maybe snag a window seat if you can. Trust me, those views are worth it. Alright folks, let's talk about something super important, in-flight etiquette. Remember, you're sharing this metal tube hurtling through the air with a couple hundred other people. Let's all try to make it a pleasant experience, yeah? First and foremost, respect personal space. Keep your elbows to yourself, don't hog the armrest, and for the love of all that is holy, be mindful of how far you recline your seat. Nobody wants a surprise faceplant in their in-flight meal. Speaking of meals, let's talk about food. Feel free to bring your own snacks on board, but keep it discreet and avoid anything with a strong odor. Nobody wants to smell your tuna sandwich at 30,000 feet. Now, let's talk about noise. Headphones are your best friend on a plane. Use them for music, movies, podcasts. Anything to avoid blasting your audio for the entire cabin to enjoy. And keep conversations at a reasonable volume, especially if you're traveling with a chatty Cathy. Finally, remember those amazing flight attendants. They're there to help you, so be polite and respectful. And if they ask you to do something, please just do it. Trust me, they're not out to get you. Alright, let's talk about something that can be a little unnerving for first-time flyers: turbulence. First things first, it's completely normal. Think of it as the plane hitting a few bumps in the road, except the road is the sky. Now, I know it can feel scary, but trust me, those pilots up front, they've got this. They're trained to handle all sorts of turbulence, and the plane is designed to withstand it. So, take a deep breath and try to relax. If you're feeling anxious, there are a few things you can do to help calm your nerves. First, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. Even if the seatbelt sign isn't on, it's always a good idea to keep it buckled while seated. Next, find something to focus on to take your mind off the bumps. Read a book, watch a movie, listen to music, anything to distract yourself. And if all else fails, just remember, turbulence is usually temporary. It'll pass eventually, and you'll be back to enjoying your flight in no time. Alright folks, we're on the home stretch. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we're starting our descent. Get ready to experience the magic of landing. As we get closer to the ground, you'll feel the plane slowing down and the flaps adjusting. The scenery outside your window will change from fluffy clouds to buildings and houses. It's actually pretty cool to witness. Once we're safely on the ground, keep your seatbelt fastened until the plane comes to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Then, it's time to gather your belongings and prepare to disembark. Now, depending on where you're flying to, you might have to go through customs and immigration. Don't worry, it's usually a pretty straightforward process. Just follow the signs, have your passport and any necessary documents ready, and answer any questions the officers may have. Well folks, there you have it. You've officially survived your first flight and lived to tell the tale. Hopefully this video has given you the confidence and knowledge to tackle any future air travel adventures. Remember, flying can be an amazing experience. It allows you to explore new places, connect with people from all walks of life, and create memories that will last a lifetime. So pack your bags, book that flight, and get ready to embrace the world. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more travel tips and adventures. Now I know some of you might still have some burning questions about flying, so let's tackle some frequently asked questions and throw in some fun facts along the way. First up, what about jet lag? Well, it's a real thing, folks. Crossing time zones can mess with your sleep cycle. The best way to combat it is to try and adjust to your destination's time zone as soon as possible. Stay hydrated, get some sunlight, and avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. Another common question, can I use my phone on the plane? The answer is yes, but with some restrictions. Most airlines now offer in-flight Wi-Fi, so you can stay connected throughout your journey. However, you'll need to switch your phone to airplane mode during takeoff and landing. Now for a fun fact, did you know that the world's busiest airport in terms of passenger traffic is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport? That's a whole lot of people flying in and out every single day. And that's a wrap. We just threw a whole mini-series of flying at you. Hope it helps you feel ready to take on the world. Remember, like anything new, it might seem daunting at first, but once you've done it, you'll be like, that's it, piece of cake. Literally, they sometimes have cake on planes. So get out there, explore, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures. Peace!